York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time Show. Here to give you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And it's time to talk about a Knicks loss because the Knicks lose to the Timberwolves 122 to 108. Listen, Brunson needed a little bit of help. I'm sorry. Wait, I have the wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. The wrong ticker is up. This is what happens when you lose a game. Get all discombobulated, get pissed. All right. 117 to 100 is the score. I'm sorry, you guys. RJ Barrett gives you 14 points on the night. Julius Randle gives you 21 points and 14 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson gives you 10 points and 11 rebounds. And Jalen Brunson needed some help and gives you 25 points and 6 assists. Manny Quickly also had a rough night and gave us 15 points and 1 rebound. And we were able to keep up for the first half because we won the rebound battle and the turnover battle, but it all caught up to us in the third quarter, and we could not really keep up with the onslaught from Anthony Edwards and the newfound rebounding of Rudy Gobert, and we end up losing this game. And we're going to talk about it all, the good, the bad, and the more bad. So, let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. So first of all, how you guys doing, man?
I'm great, homie. I'm great. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm good to go.
Good to go. All right, cool. All right, so oh man, where do I start? Listen, I don't know. I got into a debate on somebody on YouTube, and we got into the debate about shooting. He was like, "Yo, Jay Ellis, why do you always obsess over shooting? You act like shooting is the only thing." And the reason why I do obsess about shooting is because of games like this where we needed shooting to keep up. We faced a top 3 defensive team in the league who is notorious for clogging up the paint, and the shots that we get, or the more open shots that we get, is at the 3-point line. And listen, we were shooting well from the 3-point line all season. Number 6 in the league so far shooting threes, but today not the case. Not the case at all. We only shot 27% from the 3-point line. Julius Randle 1 for 6. Man Quickly 1 for 7. DiVincenzo 1 for 6. Quentin Grimes 0 for 6. We really needed somebody to help Jalen Brunson once again to score, but we couldn't do that. But our guys fought, though. We fought hard. We scrapped. We did not give up. The rest got the best of us. Tempers got the best of us, and the shooting got the best of us. I wish we'd have pulled this out, but listen, Anthony Edwards is a beast. The Timberwolves are the number 1 team in the West right now. Sucks that we lost, but we did fight. So I don't know, Lee, what you think about this game?
I'm not terribly upset about it. I know a loss stings, especially when we come off a 3-game win streak. You want to actually continue that win streak with a team. It's good. We've beaten up on a lot of really terrible teams, which is fun to watch those smackings. But tonight, I was a little concerned going up a team. It's very hot and one of the best at defending the half court, which is where the Knicks operate, keeping things slowed down in pace and momentum. So I'm not surprised that we lost. I like the fight that we had in the first 3 quarters. It is not the end of the world. Julius Randle had a bad game. Some nights he has a good game. Every great team just loses. It's very rare that the Knicks get smacked. So this is one of those only times it happens. Hopefully the only time this season we get blown out. But to me, the house is not on fire. We're still in a very good place. I think we definitely still have a lot of potential and ceiling to be met. And I'm not getting too overly concerned.
Yeah, well said. Well said. What do you think, Ryan G?
I think there's a lot of factors that play in the game tonight. I think first and foremost, I think you have to put it in perspective. The Knicks, this was the end of the Knicks road trip where the Knicks basically played 5 games in a week span. So eventually, that's going to catch up to them. Timberwolves is traditionally a bad matchup for the Knicks because of the size and the shooting. So, and then on top of that, they're playing well this season and they're defensively great as well. So you have to take that into account as well. So I think it's a combination of bad matchup for the Knicks, 5 games in 8 nights. So the team might be tiring out towards the end of the road trip. And, sometimes it's just not your night. Brunson played well. Randall had a bad game. Grimes had a bad game. Even though I see a lot of people getting on Grimes for this game, but I'm not going to be too harsh on Grimes because he was injured out for the last 2 games. So him coming back is going to, it might be tough for him to get back his stroke. It's like what you see with RJ Barrett right now. RJ Barrett started the season out well, and he was out for about, I think, 3 or 4 games with the migraine, and he came back, and it's like he can't, and it's like he's having trouble finding his stroke again as well. So I'm not giving up on Grimes and RJ and guys like that. You have to give them time to get for them to get back their rhythm. But overall, just a bad game tonight. It's the NBA. It happens. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I get really aggravated in general when I feel like there's like a snowball effect and a pylon of one particular player for one reason or another, especially when the players are playing their heart out and they're like still on their rookie contract. When people pile on players that are still on their rookie contract, it's I don't know, man. It really rubs me the wrong way, and I feel like Grimes is kind of like the new whipping boy right now, and it seems like there's always one every single year, and it's really bothering me because I feel like Dante DiVincenzo was a good addition to this team. I still feel like we need a taller wing, and today was a good reason why I still feel like that. We need a taller wing as well as he played, but it's like I feel like people don't really see the intangibles that Grimes brings, and then they underplay how well he shot last year and even this year. Like he's shooting, yes, he shot 0 for 6 today, right? But he's on a year, he's shooting close to 40% from three on the year so far, small sample size. And because he's not putting up high volume, people are crapping on him. And also because the things that he does doesn't show up on the stat sheet, people are crapping on him. For example, like Mitchell Robinson can play the way he plays and guard the pick and roll the way he guards the pick and roll because of the way Grimes guards. Grimes allows Mitchell Robinson to actually stick with his man and Gobert and actually finish off defensive plays. That's why we're like part of the big reason why the Knicks are a top defensive rebounding team is because Grimes can navigate screens, and Mitchell Robinson doesn't have to leave the center to help on penetrators as much. And I feel like people don't see that and what he brings to this team, the intangibles, and they pile on because he's not scoring 25 points a game. That's why I feel like what he's doing for us is severely underrated. It's annoying. It's a little bit annoying to me. It's a little bit annoying being the pile on.
You're being too minutia right now. NBA basketball circles, especially Twitter, they don't want to hear minutia. They don't want to hear facts and like solid, like moderate in the middle analysis. They want the loud, obnoxious hot take on one side of the ball or the other. They want to mimic their CNN and Fox News feeds. Me and my dad were speaking of Fox News, me and my dad were having a discussion about Grimes during the game. And my dad was shitting all over Grimes, calling him a bum, saying that he needs to go to the bench and we need to put DiVincenzo. And we started having a discussion. He's like, DiVincenzo shoots better from three this year. And I was like, no, they shoot about the same. Pulled up the stats. He's like, well, DiVincenzo shoots more than Grimes. No, they shoot about the same, about 5 shots a game. Well, last year, DiVincenzo shot better. Nope, still the same percentage, same amount. Grimes is actually shooting a career high from three. He's just shooting only 5 times a game. To me, The thing that Grimes can do the most is shoot more. Every time the ball rotates to him, and it's a nice wide open shot. Don't force it. Obviously, we're all intelligent people here. I'm not saying that. You have an open shot, take it. And second,
Right.
show a little bit of that intermediate game that he's flashed during summer league. There's been moments in preseason where he has shown that he has a pull-up jumper in the mid-range. He can attack the basket. We've seen him last year attack the basket pretty effectively and efficiently around the rim. All 5 of his shots tonight came from the three-point line. Let's mix it up a little bit. The same way there's sometimes Randall needs to get to the paint, get fouled, hit some free throws, get into motion, get into a little bit of a consistency in his flow. The same can be said for Grimes. It's difficult when you're out on the perimeter and you bricked 4 threes in a row. And that shot is probably going to lack the confidence it would compared to if you would mix it up a little bit and did some different looks. So I would just see Grimes shoot more and do a little bit different in all 3 levels of a game.
I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Ryan.
I mean, well, Lisa was perfect. There's not really much for me to add to it, but I will say this. Nowadays, we're in a culture where, like Lisa said, everybody wants the hot take and this and that, and it's I told you so culture. People look at small sample sizes and they make conclusions based on small sample sizes, and they believe that this is the way to go. And whenever they find, then whenever like a couple of games pop up and they see something that fits their narrative or whatever the case may be, they just jump up and say, "I told you so," instead of looking at the bigger picture and looking at many different factors as a whole. So it's a culture we live in. Everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to be like, you know what? I said this from like 3-4 months ago, and look, it's coming to fruition right now. You should have listened to me and blah blah blah. That's the type of culture we live in nowadays, and it's just really, to me, it's weird that people just have it out for certain players rather than just being fair about certain players and be like, you know what? Tonight that player played bad. And then another night, that player played good. Like we see it in the chat all the time. You have certain people that pop up whenever a player plays bad, but whenever that player plays good, they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
One more thing, Jay, then I'll hand the mic over. That I agree 100% with you, Ryan. And that's why I changed my tune on Tibbs. Last year at the beginning of the season, I thought there would need to be major changes in the way that Tibbs was coaching. Then it wasn't just one-time thing. The shortening rotation to 9-man was a huge improvement. But as the season went on, he began to experiment a little bit more with the play calling and the drop coverage and defense. In the playoffs, we saw him coach a very different way against Cleveland than he did Miami. And actually, for the second time in his career, he beat a seed higher than him in that first playoff series. So once the evidence starts to show me that I was wrong, it's okay to change your mind. Yeah. That's, I think, the big thing here. In everything, in politics, in religion, in basketball, it's okay to be wrong and it's okay to change your mind.
Because at that point, you're just a cult. You're just like you're just like a blind cult when you're just looking at new evidence and going, "I refuse to look at it." And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's what's happening. Even like the starting DiVincenzo thing, he should start. Would you rather have DiVincenzo? I'm not saying you can't criticize players. Every player should be criticized. Grimes shot horribly today. All right. I said it on this program. He needs to be more aggressive shooting. I said it on this program. I even changed my mind. I said, you know what? I wanted more screens run from him, but also he needs to shoot more. He needs to shoot. I even changed my mind. I even switched it. So it's like, you can be wrong. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. But also it's like starting DiVincenzo. He's a great player. He hustles defensively. We said this before. Jalen Brunson is our starting point guard. I understand Grimes got cooked today by Anthony Edwards, one of the best players in the NBA. I understand that. Do you then want to put Dante DiVincenzo on him? Does that make you feel better? I don't know. It's weird. I don't understand it. It's like, and then I got to argument with somebody. Well, put him on. Well, have him guard. You have him guard this. Have RJ guard him. All right. So you're putting Dante DiVincenzo on who? The 6'9" small forward on the team. I don't understand it.
And I'm hearing a lot of criticism about the way that Grimes defended Anthony Edwards. You're talking about, in my opinion, right now, Anthony Edwards is the best player in basketball offensively. There are players who are more well-rounded, players who are better two-way. Anthony Edwards is the emerging face of the NBA. He is unstoppable. Okay, so Quentin Grimes' first game back didn't minutes, didn't lock him down. Like, what world do we live in where that's a rational take? Look at the guys on the defensive metrics right now in ratings. Kyle Anderson, Anthony Edwards, Mike Conley, all up there in the top 20, top 25. Jalen Brunson cooked them all. Are they bad defenders all of a sudden because one game Jalen Brunson deconstructs your defense? No. Shit happens. Tonight, Brunson cooked the Wolves. Tonight, Edwards cooked the Knicks. It doesn't mean that one player no longer holds the same intrinsic value they did yesterday and that they won't hold it again tomorrow. Let errors happen. They're human beings. It's a game of basketball. This isn't right and wrong, black and white.
Right. And defensive rating wise, if you're looking at defensive ratings, RJ Barrett before this game was top 8. The next highest was Quentin Grimes on the team, and he's guarding the best player. So like, y'all gotta take in all the information and not just go, well, he didn't get steals, so he can't play defense. Like you gotta look broader. You gotta look broader. And I'm done. I'm done talking about this subject. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, and I do want to add something right quick. And to be real about it, Anthony Edwards is a great player and he's hard to hold. But if you look at Anthony Edwards' stats tonight, 9 of 21 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 23 points. I mean, to be honest about it, like if my player could hold Anthony Edwards to that on a night, I'd be happy with that. I'd be cool with that, to be honest about it.
Yeah,
Fair.
You can't look at that. The third quarter was crazy, but I understand what you're saying.
No, I mean the game as a whole.
Yeah.
He didn't go off. Yeah, he went off in the third quarter, but the whole team was struggling at that point. I mean, the whole team gave the game away in the third quarter.
Yeah, and this is what I mean. Like the whole team shot bad. Like we as a fan base, sometimes we just pick a whipping boy. We just do. And I'm pissed about it because right now, RJ is on the good side of all the Knicks fans, right? So today, RJ, and I'm not crapping on RJ. I'm just doing a comparison. RJ had a horrible game today, right? 4 of 13, 30% from the field, 14 points, 7 rebounds. He didn't play well. No one says a word because he's on the good side right now for Knicks Nation. Right now. Hopefully he stays on the good side. Like, people have bad games. He's young. He'll bounce back. It's fine. He's still 23. He's still on his rookie contract. It doesn't mean he sucks. It doesn't mean he should lose his starting job. Do you fluctuate the minutes sometimes? If DiVincenzo has it going, of course. But we gotta lay off our own players, man. You're making Richard Jefferson look right, guys. I'm sorry. You're making Richard Jefferson look right.
Between Grimes, quickly, DiVincenzo, and Hart, they were 2 of 20 from the perimeter. You're right. It wasn't just Grimes. There's plenty of blame to go around on the poor shooting night. To pick on the guy who's been out for a couple of games and trying to reacclimate himself, not just to the team, but the starting lineup, guarding a top 3 player in the NBA against a team that is the best half-court defense in the NBA. He struggled. Wow. Mind-blowing that happened.
Yeah, nah, for sure. But let's talk about some other players, man. Julius Randle also struggled today, 37% from the field. I feel like Tibbs had more of a pulse on him. He over dribbled a little bit today, and he was a little bit concerning. The free throws were concerning for me as well. But I think what's happening is we're fighting so hard on the defensive end. I think we're kind of losing our legs on the offense, on the free throws. I think that has a lot to do with why we're bricking these threes. Credit Randall, though. He was fighting really hard on the rebounds, 14 rebounds. He seems like he kind of turned the corner in the second quarter. I'm sorry. And ended up with 21 points. But it was a struggle, but he fought. And the same could be said for pretty much everybody else on the team. Quickly, the same. RJ Barrett fought as well. I felt like he got fouled a lot. And because he got fouled a lot, he lost his concentration. I don't really blame him. Because he got the bad end of a lot of crappy calls.
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
3 in a row.
Yeah. especially in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, second half. Yeah.
Yeah, third.
To the point where like he pulled him and he's like, you know what? Before I be pulled for this game, let me just get this tech real quick. Like, let me just get this tech real quick because I don't like it. And it's funny because when I talk about like the next level we can get to, like in games like this, look, Jalen Brunson had 7 for 15, 46% from the field, 3 or 6, 50% from three. Why I keep saying Jalen Brunson shows up for big games. Almost 90% of the time, Jalen Brunson shows up for big games, which is another reason why I can't stand when the Knicks fan base craps on Jalen Brunson for little things. He shows up for big games. When we take the next step is when somebody else comes along with him too. And I'm hoping RJ Barrett is still getting the rust off and he'll show up for a big game. And I'm hoping Julius Randle is being tired from this long road trip and he'll show up for a big game because we won't be able to go anywhere until somebody else shows up with Jalen Brunson.
Knicks fans go ahead, Ryan.
No, I was just gonna say that. And also you have to give Jalen Brunson a lot of credit tonight too because he was guarded by Jaden McDaniels, who's a pretty good on-ball defender. So, and he's also taller than him and longer than him as well. So the fact that Jalen Brunson went off the way he did with such a good defender on him as well, you have to give Jalen Brunson props for that.
And penetrating into two trees and Rudy Gobert and Karl-Anthony Towns too, and still find a way to impact the game all around. So yeah, no need to shit on Brunson tonight. I mean, it just, man, losses happen. This fan base is known as one that's very intelligent, and in my interactions, I would agree with that. It's also a very miserable fan base too, and I think the last 20 years have really beaten the moral spirit down on the Knicks fan base, and it's really easy for us to remain miserable even as we make incremental growths toward success. And like a bad night for our franchise star is 21 points and 14 rebounds. I'll take it. I know he was pretty inefficient and horrible from three, and there were moments where I was like, I told my dad, man, Randall is not fun to watch at times. Like even when he scores, it's like it just makes you want to rip my hair out. But at the end of the day, he always plays hard. He is not a soft player like Karl-Anthony Towns. He's tough as nails, and he really does it all. Whether he plays smart or not, that's a very important question to be had and posed. But he always plays hard. I did give him credit for that.
He doesn't always play hard. That's why I got on him. But he played hard today. He played hard today.
Okay, he plays hard on offense.
There you go.
He's never passive on offense.
There you go.
You're right. I should correct that.
There you go. But rough night. Even quickly, man. 4 for 14. A lot of rim outs. But yeah, we just needed a way to hit threes. And if I make it one small suggestion, we needed. And I saw RJ do this, and Trae Young does this as well. With long defenders like Gobert who has their arms up and rotates as soon as you get into the paint. You notice that RJ like stopped and then wrapped around the pass to Mitchell Robinson, and he wasn't expecting it, and it dropped out of bounds. And then 2 minutes later, he did it again, and Mitch caught it and dunked it. I have a feeling that RJ talked to Mitch beforehand and was like, "Watch out for this," because I feel like when we're playing these long teams in the middle, we have to do that more. We have to find a way to not just shoot threes, even though those are the shots that we had mostly, but get those wrap around, dump off passes to the big for the dunk. And we only got like one of those. We got two of those. Yeah, one wraparound pass from RJ. We got a nice pick and roll pass between DiVincenzo and Mitch, and DiVincenzo he throws some pretty good pocket passes on the pick and roll, so maybe we can utilize that more moving forward sometimes. But I think we need to find ways to get creative about how we get the ball to the big man in the paint.
It's funny you say that. Right before the game started, I was watching a little video someone posted. I think it was Chut D about Hubie Brown, and Hubie Brown was talking about the wraparound pass and the behind the bat pass back in the 70s. There was like video footage from a 70s camp that he was hosting for college players. It's ironic that you bring that up after I just watched it.
Chuck. All right, Chuck, we on the same wavelength. You know what I'm saying?
While you're shopping, please give me a new 5G phone.
This is how you tell me you want a new
What
phone?
is that?
Plan with Verizon.
Wait,
That was-
where that came from?
I had ESPN up on with the stats, and
Oh yeah, ESPN does play the little commercials after.
that's my fault, y'all.
But yeah, salute to the chat, man. All right. You're right. I see you, Sherwin. We do need a talk. We do need a wing. We do need a taller team to compete with teams like this. You're absolutely correct. We said that in the beginning of the program. Y'all, he wasn't here yet, but yeah, said it in the summer. Said it today. Love our team. We need a long wing. We need a long wing bad to combat these other tall, long teams. But if you wanna talk in the chat, the Discord link is open. The Discord link is pinned to the top. As always. If you want to talk Knicks basketball, all right. All right, cool. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to mention. Shout out to Mitch Robinson, who they mentioned it today, but he had his first decent game against Gobert.
Yep.
Since being I still remember in the Utah days, Gobert used to bully this kid. But he's gotten better. 10 points, 11 rebounds. Still got his 6 offensive rebounds. Solid game by Mitchell Robinson. And 2 steals. Mm-hmm. And it's funny enough, I got small trivia for next time. I'll wait for Ebony to come back. All right. Do you want to do the Pick and Bruh pick time?
I have a hot take real quick.
Oh, you got a hot take. Okay, let's go.
I just criticized hot takes. Now I got one, but I waited 5 years. I waited 5 years to say it. Mitchell Robinson is the third best center in the NBA. I got Joker. I got Embiid. I got Mitch. There's a solid case to be made for Rudy Gobert. I really love Bam, and I really love Sengun in Houston. I think 5 years from now, we'll be talking about Sengun as maybe the second best center in the NBA. He's very, very good. But Mitch, what he does on defense and his unique skill of offensive rebound, they're really known. But Steven Adams is that's inflated. First of all, he's out for the whole season. So Steven Adams will be out the NBA in 2 years because of his age and injuries. Right now, Mitchell Robinson is really the only center that dominates, almost has more rebounds collectively than some NBA teams as a whole. His offensive rebound ability, his rim protection, and just his lob threat is 100% guaranteed. If you lob it up, he's going to throw it down or get fouled. He is, to me, the third best center because he anchors our defense. And us having a top 5 defense in NBA is because of him. And I think he deserves Defensive Player of the Year accolades this season. And I hope he gets it. Third best center in NBA. Book it.
Third best center is lofty, man. Woo! Big league.
Damn. I mean, I don't know overall, but defensively, most definitely. I would argue right now, Mitch is probably the best defensive center in the NBA right now.
Yes.
I would argue that.
Yes.
Yeah. Guess who's Mitch is leading the team in steals with 1.3 steals a game, which is crazy. What's really crazy is our leaders in steals on this team are both big men, which is insane.
Who's the other one? Hart?
Yeah, Hartenstein.
God, I love Hartenstein.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mitch at 1.3, Hartenstein at 1.1, and DiVincenzo at 1. And our steals per game have gone up. We were bottom of the league last year. I think we were like 29th at 28th, something. Then we got Josh Hart, and then we started to rise, I think, to 25th last year. But this year, I believe we are middle of the pack when it comes to steals. I think I have that written down somewhere. Yep, we were 14th in steals this year. And Mitch Hartenstein and DiVincenzo are leading us in that regard. So shout out to our Knicks team. Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a question for you. If it's not Mitch, what name comes to mind when I say that you think gives him the best competition for that third spot?
That third spot, I definitely say Bam. I'll say Bam because Bam is still a beast defensively. You can't get by him one-on-one, and I think he doesn't have the offensive rebounding. He's not the offensive rebounding juggernaut like Mitch is, but his all around
Yeah,
game is a little bit better. So I would definitely put Bam in front of him.
fair.
Anthony Davis, I see this is like a big ass. This is a big asterisk with Anthony Davis. It's like when healthy, you know. You know what I mean? 'Cause Anthony Davis was like at one point. Anthony Davis was like a top 10 player in the league.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
maybe 5.
Yeah, maybe 5. So I would definitely put Anthony Davis up there as well. I see people say Gobert. That's when it gets started. That's when it starts to get close because they're the same prototype player.
Yeah.
I think I would edge out Gobert. I'll edge out Mitch though over Gobert because of the steals and the offensive reboundings and the rebounds. I think I feel like if our players knew how to throw him the lob, Mitch the lob, he would be averaging as many points as Gobert. That's to me, that's the only reason why Gobert averages more points because he's playing with players who knows how to give him more looks. So even though Gobert has more points, I still give Mitch the edge in that regard. But yeah, Miles Turner is interesting because Miles Turner can shoot too. But last season, even though Miles Turner could shoot, Mitch outplayed him when it was one-on-one matchup, which is why the Pacers is going to be fun to see if this theory holds up. Even though because Miles is balling this year.
Yes, he is.
Playing with the Pacers, and the Pacers have they have like the number 1 offense in the league, I think, right? Or
Yep.
at least top 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Sherwin makes a fair point. You could make an argument that both Bam and Anthony Davis are power forwards playing out of position at the 5. So you could make an argument for that.
But to me, they're both still big players though. They're front court players, so front court players are big. So I mean, it's not like we specified it was like centers only. Like we're talking about bigs. So to me,
Talking about center, pure center,
pure center.
just a 5-man. That's why I worded it the way that I worded.
Technicalities.
I worded it. I think Mitchell Robinson's the 3rd best center in the NBA.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to really think about that one about pure 5s. Pure 5s, you can make a good argument for Mitch being 3rd. I mean, like Mitch and Gobert is a toss up to me at this point in time. So you could toss up and be like, yeah, Gobert maybe or Mitch, but okay, if it's pure 5, then you can make a good argument for Mitch as the 3rd best center in the NBA. You can make a good argument for that.
KP. Yeah, KP.
Yeah, KP.
Gotta put KP over Mitch.
Yeah, KP, yeah.
Gotta get paid. Only thing that would knock KP out is injury.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, that is true because KP gives you the shooting and he gives you the defense. So,
but I think that's everybody. I feel like so that at least moves him to 4. If you're not counting Bam, if you're not counting Bam, at least moves him to 4.
4 is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. I'll take it. But that's an argument I'm okay losing. All right, he's not 3, he's 4.
Don't mention Jared Allen to me. Don't do it.
Bruh.
Right?
Hell
Do not
no.
mention Jared.
Right.
Do not mention that. I was looking at Pirtle last year. Pirtle looked all right.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's decent.
Pirtle looked all right. Pirtle got the best of Mitch last year. I'm not gonna hold you. He did. I'm not saying he's better than Mitch, but that I feel like the 2 matchups he had, he did get the best of Mitch. So that's another matchup I'm keeping an eye on when we play Toronto. Oh, there's a young man. Oh, you talking about Duran? Oh, there's gonna be a war. When the Knicks play Detroit, Lord.
Yeah, that matchup is gonna tell who's really better, Duran or Mitch. But I would still put Mitch over him at the moment. I think Duran needs a bit more experience.
But Duran's ceiling is higher for sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if he's better than Mitch right now. Fast. All right. Good impromptu, Lee.
You know I'm here for it.
All right, all right. I think it's time to do some the oohs and bruhs. We actually got a ooh pick this time.
Yes, we do. And I think everybody probably knows who is the ooh pick for tonight. Because if y'all were watching the game,
Oh yeah,
first quarter,
oh yeah,
my guy Mitch
yeah.
did an In-N-Out
Bruh.
burger
Oops, I'm
on
sorry.
Gobert, drove to the basket and dunked it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
The and one Mitch tape in effect. All right.
Facts.
Let's
Hold on,
go.
I got. Let's go, Mitch. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yo, Sham God Mitch is gonna be in full effect. He can give him another
Sham
1 or 2
God Mitch
seasons.
is back. Yo, man, I love that. I love it. I love it. I love the Shane God Mitch day. Yo, it's funny. Mitch, it's not the first time Mitch has done this. That's the reason why I said when centers lay off on him, why don't he just drive to the basket and dunk it? Because I feel like he has the ability to do that. But it's funny, every time a center actually plays up on him and plays defense, he does that. Whenever they drop back, he looks a pass. Whenever the center plays up on him, he's gone. He's absolutely gone. So from this day forward, I'm going to need everybody to not make fun of Mitch for doing all these crazy dribble moves in the summer. Oh, you never use that in the game. Oh, no, you still never use that in the game. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? You never used that? Just did. All right?
Facts.
Shout out to Mitch. All right. Oh, man. Whole program was worth watching that clip.
Facts.
Any broad picks today?
Yeah, I got a couple of broad picks.
Oh, wait. Before you get the broad picks, I see Timmy's on the line. My bad, Timmy. My bad.
Come talk some sense, Timmy.
Yeah. Yo, what's good, Timmy? You are now live on the KOT show. What's good, my brother?
Timmy.
What's good? What's good, man? What's good, Jay Ellis, man? My boy Ryan G, Mr. Lee Escobedo, ESPN contributor. Hey, man, let's get into it, man. Yeah. This was a tough one. This was a tough one to watch, specifically the third quarter. With this one, yo, one of the things that we really missed tonight, yo, was RJ being able to get into the paint off the dribble. He was having some issues really getting into rhythm today.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like we missed that for the past couple of games, and with him not being out, I think when you're analyzing the game today, it's real easy to kind of miss what he wasn't bringing for the past couple of games. Because even in Charlotte, he was a little cold, but today it was kind of easy to kind of overlook it. And I think, like you guys were saying, the microscope was really on Grimes with him coming back on his first game, and and having the ball as much as he did. But defensively, Grimes did not do a bad job. And when you're talking about defense for this team and what he brings, I think you hit on some major key points. If you guys think back to the seasons where we had Evan Fournier out there, we had Kemba Walker out there, even some of the guards before that, Mitch really had to work double time during those seasons to be able to make up and cover for other aspects of our defense. And now his job is just made a lot easier by that upgrade on perimeter defense. And I think that does get lost in the sauce. Now, to play devil's advocate to that, we also see with Mitch that he's not being completely utilized on the offensive end. And there's opportunities for us to be able to catch extra rhythm off of swings by hitting knockdown open shots and also looking for him when we're getting into the lane. With Brunson, a lot of the times by the time he gets to let's say 15 feet from the rim, they've already committed a double team to him.
Yeah.
So it's like he's coming in there with whatever Mitch's man is plus help and trying to be able to throw that thing up to him. Like, he really is blind at that point because he's short.
Right.
We have guys that are a little bit taller that are ball handlers. And I think in that third quarter, Tibbs really missed out being able to supplement Brunson's ball handling, get him off of the ball as a weapon, and being able to use him. Now, this is a lot. It's a lot of criticism. It's slight criticism, but this is also with the respect that we're only a couple of games into the season here. These are changes that we're going to be making throughout the season, and we will get better. But I think on that offensive end, really being able to utilize Mitch is another thing where I guess on the other side of that argument with Devo versus Grimes, which I really don't even think is a thing. I actually hit you up in the chat a couple of days ago. I think Grimes is going to be a force with this team. I think he's going to grow into something that's crazy. And right now, the competition between him and DiVincenzo is something that the Knicks can only benefit from, to be perfectly honest with you. It's a part of his growth. Same thing happened with Quickly and a couple of other guys that were on this team, and he's going to get better from it. When Grimes is looking at DiVincenzo on the floor, I want him to see those same exact opportunities that Devo has grown into, because he's already had to go through this. He's a little bit older. He's seen some things.
Right.
I want him to see those same opportunities and be able to take advantage of it and not hold back. It may take him a little bit of time, but that opportunity to really be able to take advantage of Mitch, that's something RJ has been able to capitalize off of a little bit. And we need other guards to be able to help with that as well. So that was just one of the things I saw tonight, man. But let's throw this one in the learning bucket, in the L bucket, and let's keep it moving, fam.
Absolutely.
Now take it easy, fellas. Have a good night, man.
All right, go ahead. Salute. Man, I love our followers, man.
Yeah, great call.
I love our followers. They be knowing stuff. And there's something to be said about the type of play, because DiVincenzo and Grimes are almost similar archetypes. So I do like the idea that Grimes could learn about what shot to take from DiVincenzo, because they are kind of similar in a lot of ways. Kind of like the way I quickly started learning from Brunson, because Quickly's footwork is night and day now. Like Quickly's footwork is looking more and more like Brunson's. Like Quickly is shooting fade away over the shoulders this season. He wasn't doing it. You know what I mean? He's shooting mid ranges now. So I do feel like Grimes has an opportunity here to take some things from DiVincenzo's game. Great call, Timmy. All right.
Back.
All right. Now back to the BS.
First bro pick.
Yeah. If you guys don't know what bro picks are the worst plays of the game. They don't even have to be played. It doesn't have to be about this game. It can be about any other game. It doesn't even have to be about a game either. It could just be something stupid, something dumb that happened in the world that you want to point out and say, this is stupid. This is dumb. So let's get to it. ING, I already know. What bro picks you got?
First bro pick goes to the new chosen one, Wembayana.
Wembayana on the bros. Okay.
Yes, against the Grizzlies. So my guy Bane is bringing the ball up the court. They set a screen for him high, like near the half court line. Wemby's like, you know what? Bane can't dribble. He's not a point guard. Let me try to trap him when this guy's setting the screen. So my guy Wembayana got into his defensive stance. Bane saw the lane, crossed him up, and made Wemby touch earth.
Oh, bruh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can I find it?
I saw it on Instagram, so it's out there.
Oh, damn, I can't find it. Okay, go ahead.
And my second bro pick goes to the Dallas Mavericks. So I guess they were bored in Dallas and they decided to make a video, like a commercial type thing. And my guy Luka was working out this summer. He was getting in shape. So they made a video called Body by Luca because they're trying to impersonate those fitness influencers, how they, talk about, how they get in shape, the workouts they do and this and that. And they had my guy Luca act like he was a fitness trainer talking about Body by Luca. And then he had all his teammates on the commercials as well, talking about, Body by Luca, you gotta get in shape. Body by Luca, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. It was just a cringe commercial all around, and that's why the whole Dallas Maverick team gets a bra.
Bruh.
Oh man, hold on a second. Let me see if I can I do it? Come on. Come do a play it for me. Play it for me.
Bruh.
Yeah, Body by Luca.
Whack, bro.
and don't get me wrong, Luca's in shape, but like let's be real for a second now. Luca just looks like he eats 2 less glizzies every day. That's all it is. My man's in shape, but he don't. But it's not like it's incredible. You know what I mean?
I bet Kyrie Irving was embarrassed as hell to be in that commercial.
I don't know, Kyrie. The way Kyrie spun, it looked like he was into it. All right, he spun with some oomph, and the thump. Yeah.
Body by Luca's bad, but it could be worse. It could be Body by Grant Williams.
Oh,
that would be me.
Oh, damn.
Facts, yo. Yo, Thanksgiving's coming, man. It's Body by Jay Ellis after Thanksgiving.
Keep
Body
away
by
from
Oliver
cheese,
Miller.
Keep away from the stuffing.
Oh my God, the way I'm gonna hit this macaroni and cheese, man. Oh my gosh. Bro pick. You got any lead?
Nah, man. I'm actually bruh free tonight. I think the angry people in the chat and the miserable people on Twitter was enough of a bruh for me, man. I gotta stay positive out here in these Knicks Twitter streets.
All right. Well, I got it, bro.
What's your bruh?
My bruh goes to the NBA, man. I don't know what's going on with the NBA and these refs, but the refs. Why do the refs have replays? Is my question. If you can just look at replays and make shit up, then what is the point? It's like it's insulting at this point because the refs are just like, you know what? Don't believe your own eyes. Just believe what I say. It's kind of like police body cams. I don't know. It's crazy. But there was a game between Utah and the Phoenix Suns that went into a double overtime. Lauri Markkanen was shooting a fadeaway 3 and gets whacked by Kevin Durant. Whacked. Twice. Hit on the wrist, boom. Infects the landing space. Gets no call. Gets no foul. Obviously a foul. They called the foul on it initially, then looked at the tape, and then took away the foul, negating 3 free throws.
Bruh.
I don't know. I don't even know. It's giving me flashbacks of when RJ tried dunked on homeboy at the end of the Toronto game. I don't know, man. It's crazy. The refs out here are wild, man. Refs out here are wild, getting replays wrong. I don't get it. But yeah, that's my bro.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I'll be pissed if I was Utah on my little 4 wins, man. I'd be pissed. Cost me my 5th win against the Phoenix Suns. Fugazi win. All right, but yeah, that's all I got today. That is our show. This was a rough game today. Thank you guys for watching. The guys who rock with us. I hope you enjoyed this show. And we will be back on Friday talking Knicks Miami. And hopefully that's a win. That is a in-game tournament.
Need that W.
We need it.
Yes, sir.
We definitely need it. Oh, you already know what's going to be, man. Knicks versus Miami. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be blood from the playoffs. Everybody should be up for this game. especially the Knicks, especially Randall and RJ for sure. Those two guys for sure. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get these wins. All right. That is our show. Oh yeah, I never asked guys, where can they find you? Yeah, I haven't done this all season. I don't know why I haven't. Ryan G, where can they find you, man?
You can find me on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it right now, at Ryan GKOT. You can also find me on Instagram at Sir G is chilling.
Sir G is chilling.
That's SIR is SIRG is CHILLI. You can tell, yo, we haven't done this for a minute. I forgot how to spell my own.
You forgot to spell your name. That's crazy.
That's my bro pick.
Oh man. Well, yeah, and Ryan G KOT. Yes, you said that first. My bad. Yeah.
Facts.
Where can they find you, Lee?
At _ Lee Escobedo, LEEESCOBEDO, or on OnlyFans, Grant Williams 69 is
Oh my god.
y'all are like them curves. And give my brother a tip, you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Oh man.
Hey, yo.
You like them thick?
Hey yo. Give my brother a tip. Hey yo.
Pause.
Oh man.
No tips from here. Sorry. No tips.
Oh man.
Got the chat going crazy, bro.
Yeah, can't go without mentioning OnlyFans. Where's our sponsor? All right, where's the sponsor?
You just send me. I'll go negotiate with them. I'll just try to find me some.
Go ahead. Send that code email, Lee.
Code email. It'll be hot as hell. Are you kidding me?
Oh man.
I'm deceased, bro.
Oh, man.
Yo.
Yeah, show them one thing. Never mind. Let me stop. I was gonna take it too far. All right. You can find us at the KOT Show on Twitter, the Knick of Time Show on Instagram, and the Knick.Time Show on Facebook as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We will be back on Friday, hopefully talking about a Knicks win. All right. So
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Yeah, happy Turkey Day. Gobble gobble. That is our show, guys. And as always,
shout out the World Wide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess.
It's a mess out here in these Knicks YouTube streets. That's our show. We out of here. Sorry for the wrong score at the bottom.
Peace.
New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.